Hi everybody, No Mind here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to 6-link an item in Path of Exile. So without further wait, let's get right into it. 6-linking an item in Path of Exile is a very straightforward process. There are two item level thresholds that you have to worry about in Path of Exile, item level 35 and item level 50. If an item level is 35 and under, item level 50, you can only 5-socket the item, and then if an item level is 50 or higher, you can have up to 6 sockets on that item. You can either use a jeweler's orb, which you're seeing on my screen here, or you can use an orb of fusing to reforge the number of sockets and the number of links on your item. To improve your chances of getting the maximum number of sockets or links on your item, you can either use on weapons a blacksmith's whetstone, and on armor pieces and armor scrap to get that quality up to 20% normally. Your crafting bench also includes recipes for socketing and linking your items. These costs are usually a lot higher than if you were to do it yourself, but sometimes can be useful. This is extremely useful in solo self-found situations where you can't trade with other players and you only have your own stock to rely on. If you want a reliable 6-sync, you can pay 1,500 and reliably 6-sync an item. And if you wanted 6 sockets on an item, you can pay only 350 jeweler's orbs and reliably 6-socket the item. Your crafting bench can also be used to 6-link or 6-socket an item if it is corrupted, but beware, you'll have to pay an equal price of fusings and an equal price of ball orbs to kind of 6-socket and 6-sync your item. For example, if you wanted to 6-sync a corrupted item, you would have to pay 1,500 fusing orbs and 1,500 ball orbs to 6-link a corrupted item, as you can see here. Aside from the crafting bench recipe for 6-socketing and 6-syncing an item, you can also use what is called a Tainted jeweler's orb to unpredictably add or remove sockets from a corrupted item like so. As you can see here, we are already the maximum number of sockets, so it doesn't really do anything. You can also use a Tainted orb of fusing to unpredictably add a link or remove a link from a linked socketed item. You can also use a Tainted orb of fusing to unpredictably add or remove a link from a 5 or 6 socket item. Again, this is very random. I don't recommend doing this unless it's your last scenario. But chances are pretty good that if the way it works, that if you have 5 links on a 6-socket item, using this, you have a pretty good chance of getting that last link to complete your 6-link. But again, it is very unpredictable. Use at your own risk. So we're going to be attempting to 6-socket this item. We want to make sure that it's 20% quality. We've already used an armor scrap on it. It's 20% quality. And then you hold the shift button and then you just spam left click. You just keep clicking the left mouse button and you hold while holding down your shift button while you have your jeweler's orb selected, and you can just keep using it like this, guys. Again, there we go. And it will automatically stop and it will display a message that says item already has the maximum number of sockets. So now you know this has the maximum number of sockets. You can now attempt to 6-sync this. Now, the same thing goes for 6-syncing an item. You pretty much grab your orb of fusing, you hover over the item you want to 6-sync, you hold down your shift key on your keyboard, and you just keep clicking left click as fast as you can. There really is no limit to how fast you can go. And again, you can see it adding links and removing links. You will see typically on average you'll see about 5 links before you get that 6-link. Sometimes you get super lucky though, guys. I've seen, I'm sure many of you have seen videos out there where, somebody 6-links an item in 10 fusings. It's definitely happened to me in the past. Never on camera, obviously, but, that's just how it goes. But, who knows? Maybe we'll have some cool streaming moments, So again, you just keep spamming it until you get the 6-link. Hopefully we don't run out of fusings. On average, this is going to be a lot easier to do. This typically, on average, for most people, it's not going to take 1,500 fusings to 6-sync an item because your crafting bench recipe requires 1,500 fusings. I opt to usually do it myself manually like this because usually the cost is a lot less. That is not the case in all scenarios. I've definitely paid 2,000-3,000 fusings before I've 6-synced an item. But on average, it's definitely a lot lower than 1,500, in my opinion, 1,500 fusings. And let's see how long it takes to 6-sync this item. And there we have it, guys. And once you're just spam clicking and you're afraid that what if you roll over the 6-sync, it is impossible to do that. You'll get a message saying Autumn already has a maximum number of socketed links. And there you have it, folks. My very first guide in Path of Exile on how to 6-sync an item. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking it. It really helps small creators like myself to really get my name out there for the YouTube algorithm. Also, please consider subscribing. I plan on doing more videos like this in the future, more like, walkthroughs and guides and things like that, right? Explaining simple mechanics in PoE. I enjoy creating this type of content. I love educating people. If you have a mechanic that you're like, or if you have something in Path of Exile that you're struggling with that you don't really know how it works and you want me to explain it, please leave a comment down below and I'll make a video on it just explaining it just for you, Also, just a quick reminder, I stream on Twitch every night at 8 p.m. Central. We usually go for a few hours. On the weekends, we usually go for a lot longer than a few hours. So you can bet your ass we're going to be going really hard for League launch, that's for sure. So, if you want to just swing by and say hi, my Twitch is twitch.tv/nominds. If you have any questions at all, I'm more than happy to answer them live for you. Also, I'll have the link in the description to my Twitch. Again, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, this is No Minds signing out. Thank you.